Once upon a time, in a small village nestled among rolling hills, there lived a kind-hearted farmer named Thomas. His days were filled with hard work and simple joys, tending to his fields and caring for his family. Little did Thomas know that a single act of kindness would set in motion a chain of events that would echo through generations, changing countless lives in ways he could never have imagined. It was a dark and stormy night, the kind where rain poured from the heavens and wind howled through the trees. Thomas was making his way home from the fields, his clothes soaked and his body weary. As he trudged along the muddy road, he spotted a figure in the distance, a well-dressed man on horseback, clearly in distress. Without hesitation, Thomas rushed forward. The horse was spooked by the storm, and the stranger had fallen from his mount. Thomas's gentle hands calmed the frightened animal, and he helped the man back onto his feet. Noticing the stranger's shivering form, Thomas removed his own worn coat and draped it over the man's shoulders. The stranger, surprised by this unexpected kindness, looked at Thomas with wonder in his eyes. "Why would you stop for me, a man you do not know?" he asked, his voice barely audible above the howling wind. Thomas's reply was simple, yet profound. "Because someday, when I fall, I too will hope someone stops for me." With a warm smile, he bid the stranger farewell and continued on his way home, thinking nothing more of his small act of compassion. Weeks passed, and life in the village continued as usual. Then one day, a letter arrived for Thomas, bearing a royal seal. His hands trembling, he opened the envelope and read the contents. "To the farmer who helped me that stormy night, I am Lord Harrington. Because of your kindness, I wish to repay you. Enclosed is a sum of gold and land for your family. May you never know hunger again." Thomas could scarcely believe his eyes. His one simple act of kindness had transformed his family's future in ways he never could have imagined. With this unexpected blessing, Thomas was able to provide his children with education, expand his farm, and even help improve the lives of others in his village. But this was just the beginning of the echo that would resound through time. As years turned into decades, Thomas's children grew into adults known for their wisdom, fairness, and generosity. His eldest son became a teacher, dedicating his life to educating poor village children who might otherwise never have learned to read. Another son studied medicine and became a doctor, treating the sick and injured, often without charging those who couldn't afford his services. Thomas's daughter, Anna, felt called to help those most in need. She established a shelter for widows and orphans, providing a safe haven for those who had lost everything. Everywhere the family went, people would whisper in awe, "They are the children of Thomas, the man who once showed kindness to a stranger." The ripples of Thomas's compassion continued to spread, touching lives in ways he could never have foreseen. His grandchildren and great-grandchildren carried on the legacy of kindness, each in their own unique way. They became leaders, innovators, and caretakers, always remembering the story of their ancestors' simple act of generosity. Nearly a century after that fateful rainy night, the world found itself engulfed in a great war. On a blood-soaked battlefield far from Thomas's peaceful village, a young soldier named Edward lay wounded and afraid. As the chaos of battle raged around him, Edward was carried to a field hospital, where a skilled doctor worked tirelessly to save his life. As Edward's eyes fluttered open, he heard the doctor's gentle voice. "You'll be all right now, son. Rest." Those words, spoken with such compassion, gave Edward hope in his darkest hour. Later, as Edward recovered, he learned the identity of the doctor who had saved him. To his amazement, he discovered that this man was none other than the great-grandson of Thomas, the humble farmer who had once helped a stranger in the rain. Without knowing it, the kindness Thomas had shown so long ago had echoed through time, eventually saving Edward's life on that distant battlefield. The connection between these two acts of compassion, separated by decades and miles, was a testament to the enduring power of kindness. As we reflect on this remarkable story, we are reminded that kindness is like an echo. It returns to us, often when we least expect it, and sometimes to people we may never meet. That rainy night, Thomas never imagined his simple act would shape generations, educate children, heal the sick, and save a soldier's life decades later. But that is the true power of compassion. Every small kindness we give is like planting a seed in the vast field of time. We may not live to see its fruit, but one day, somewhere, someone will be nourished by it. The story of Thomas and his legacy teaches us that no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Each compassionate gesture we make has the potential to create ripples that travel far beyond our own lives, touching hearts and changing destinies in ways we can scarcely imagine. So the next time you find yourself hesitating to lend a hand or offer a kind word, remember Thomas's story. That single act of kindness may seem insignificant in the moment, but its echo can travel across centuries, changing lives you will never know. Because kindness is never wasted. It is immortal. It lives on in the hearts of those it touches, passed down through generations like a precious heirloom. It has the power to inspire, to heal, and to transform the world, one small act at a time. In a world that often seems filled with darkness and despair, we all have the power to be like Thomas. We can choose to be the light that brightens someone else's day, the helping hand that lifts another up, the compassionate heart that sees the humanity in every stranger we meet. Let us all strive to create our own echoes of kindness. Whether it's helping a neighbor in need, volunteering in our communities, or simply offering a smile to a stranger on the street, every act of compassion has the potential to set in motion a chain of events that can change the world. For in the end, it is not our wealth, our status, or our achievements that will define us. It is the kindness we show to others, the love we share, and the positive impact we make on the lives around us that will truly echo through time. So go forth and be kind, for you never know how far your compassion may travel or whose life it may touch. Your simple act of kindness today could be the seed that grows into a forest of hope tomorrow. And remember, just as Thomas's kindness returned to save Edward's life generations later, the compassion you show today may one day come back to bless you or your loved ones in ways you could never imagine. For kindness is a circle, ever expanding, ever returning, weaving us all together in a tapestry of shared humanity. Let your kindness be your legacy. Let it be the echo that resounds through time, touching hearts, changing lives, and making the world a little bit brighter with each passing day.